So the FM22 beta is available and people are already creating tactics that seem to be achieving some fantastic results, but often I see these tactics created for some of the world's largest clubs and I wonder, would they be just as effective if we deployed them with some clubs lower down football's pyramid? Today, we're going to take a tactic that won the treble with Manchester United and we're going to see how it fares on a wet Wednesday in Stoke. So today's tactic was created by my mate DemandMoreFM. We're going to link down below to his YouTube channel, but this tactic was actually created for his Twitch save where he streams 3 times a week. He's currently with Manchester United in the beta, and we're going to put a link above us here to where you can see DemandMore's own video explaining exactly how we got this tactic to work. You'll see it achieved some incredible results. It won the Premier League with 97 points. It won the FA Cup as well, and beat the likes of Barcelona, Manchester City, Real Madrid and Bayern Munich on the way to winning a Champions League final. All of this done, by the way, without signing any additional players. It ended up with Cristiano Ronaldo as the Premier League's top scorer, Bruno Fernandes getting the most assists in the league, and it was tight at the back with David De Gea leading the clean sheets as well. But if we drop down into the Championship, will the same tactic achieve similar results if we use it with a mid-table side like Stoke City? So the first thing we did was sim through a season with Stoke without applying DemandMoreFM's tactic. We left Michael O'Neill in charge to see how they would get on during a test season. They were predicted to finish 10th. They ended up coming 8th. They missed out on the playoffs by 6 points, but they managed to win 65 points during the course of the season. The test now is to look at DemandMore's tactic, use it with Stoke, and see if we achieve the miraculous results that we did with Manchester United. So here is DemandMoreFM's tactic. It's a 4-2-3-1. We've got a wing back on support and a full back on support, so nothing too adventurous from the defence. And we've got a deep line playmaker on defend trying to be a pivot and provide a bit of cover for us as well. But going forward is where this tactic does all of its damage. We've got an attacking mentality and all 4 of our front 4 players have an attack mentality as well. So we've got 2 inside forwards and an advanced playmaker, all trying to find supporting roles for that advanced forward up front. On the face of it, it seems very cavalier. And when we have a look at some of the instructions, well, we've got a much higher defensive line that worked well for Manchester United. Will it work as well in the Championship with Stoke? Although we're not maxing out how high up the pitch we might be having our line of engagement, so that might help keep us slightly more compact. This is also a possession-based system. We've got much shorter passing on, and we're not playing with as high a tempo as we might be able to, and we're playing out defence as well, so this tactic is all about trying to keep the ball. Whether Stoke have the players to do that, we're about to find out. We're going to sim through a season using DemandMoreFM's tactic. Let's see whether it dominates as well with Stoke as it did with the Red Devils. So no treble winning season for the Potters, but a significant improvement on how they managed to perform when we simmed through the season before applying this tactic. We've got 83 points as opposed to 65. By the way, that 83 points was good enough for 5th place in this season. In the first season we simmed through, 83 points would have been enough to have finished 2nd and gain promotion to the Premier League. But look at how some of Stoke's players performed when we applied this tactic. We've got 2 out of the top 3 scorers in the Championship. And remember, we're only playing a lone front man, so one of those top scorers has been playing as an inside forward with an attack duty out on the wings. We've also got the 3rd most assists of any of the players in the Championship and the 3rd highest average rating as well. So it definitely suited some of the players, even though we picked Stoke at random without necessarily thinking about whether they would suit the formation and the roles and duties that we were looking to play. So it didn't quite perform as well as it did at Manchester United, but it certainly hit some high notes on wet Wednesdays up in Stoke. But finally, what about if we drop even further down the pyramid? If we go down into non-league football, how would this tactic fare then? Well, we simmed through a season with Chorley without applying this tactic. Chorley were a mid-table team like Stoke, predicted to finish 10th. Left to their own devices, they actually finished 18th, and they sacked their manager at the end of the season. They were only able to win 50 points, and they drew a staggering 20 games. Let's use this tactic that Demand More has devised one more time and see how it works with a club in the bottom playable division of English football in FM22. So this is not a bad performance, let's be honest. We've won 30 extra points with Chorley. Using Demand More FM's tactic, we've taken a team predicted to finish 10th, and we've come in 3rd place. We qualified for the playoffs. We won through those playoffs and beat Boston United in the final, taking this team into the Vanarama National using DM's 4-2-3-1. So can tactics like Demand More FM created that were originally intended for Manchester United, can they cut it on a wet Wednesday in Stoke? Well, they're certainly an improvement on what would have happened if we'd have just simmed through a regular season not using this tactic. When we dropped down into the Vanarama National League North, well, we used this tactic successfully to gain a promotion. We're going to have a look at another tactic in a future episode and see whether that one can cut it on a wet Wednesday in Stoke too.